What's up, TikTok? It's James Kazao, and I'm just sitting here waiting in traffic, trying to get to that tournament in time. This is the first time in a long time I've been. Hold on. Alright, sorry about that. The light turned green, and then I had to keep going until I got home. So maybe I shouldn't be doxing myself actually. But yeah, Friday night Legacy Challenge.
Let's do it.
Alright, thank goodness I made it out of the traffic in time. Well, I guess that was already in the last shot there, and I am here to play the challenge. At first, I wanted to play Doomsday. I think that would have been really fun, just because bringing a combo deck to a tournament, it just feels more fun. Your rounds go faster, you get more free wins. You don't have to like have really grueling rounds 9 times in a row, but also I'm not very good at the combo, so I mean, they could be grueling for other reasons. And I don't really get the opportunity to play in these challenges very often. And it's long been said that I feel like Grixis Control is not really on the map because we haven't really gotten any good results. And barely get to play in any challenges. The last challenge I played in was after I got like 4 hours of sleep after our day in Seattle. It was the Showcase Challenge. But I went 5-4, not bad. Happy with a positive record. And this time I'm hoping to take advantage of some play patterns people aren't really used to, like not blocking a army token or a bowmaster or something like that. Even Snapcaster Mage flashing on turn 2 becomes pretty good when you ninjutsu it back to your hand. You don't have to worry about the loss of Snapcaster Mage value by flashing it in if you're going to get it back in your hand, thanks to Kaito. What else? Metamorphosis Fanatic. Everyone had a feeling that card would be good. Surprise, it's really good. However, the Witch's Cottage package that was in the fun video last week, it really wasn't working out. Having 3 swamps is kind of tough in such a wasteland sowing Myco spawn format, and also since I couldn't afford to have 2 lands that make only black in the deck, or more than 2, I had to replace a basic swamp with Witch's Cottage, which made it even harder to get to the requisite number of swamps. It was just kind of a lot to ask, and a terrible land in general, and a shitty card, so we'll just cut it, and now we're going to just rely on... We don't really need like the smaller synergies like that. I think the card is plenty powerful on its own. However, I need one more card for my sideboard, and last time Eldrazi was a bit of a dog, and I have Abhorrent Oculus, kind of supplanting Murktide Regent, but I don't think it really does the same thing. It's a lot more Kozilek's commandable, so I think I'm going to bring a Murktide Regent as well. We just have a lot of big creatures, and maybe Grixis Kolaghan Control is where we want to be. All these value creatures we can get back, 4 Bowmasters, of course, Tameo, but I'm not going to sacrifice the core of the package, which is 4 Lightning Bolts, 2 Cling to Dust, Narset, Nimble Obstructionist, all that good stuff. I've also more recently been playing 3 Baleful Strix, and that might actually be better. I don't want to overthink things, though. I think 2 is good. There's still Bowmasters out there. There's still a lot of X1 hate. I don't want to go completely zero meltdown, though. It seems like whenever I do that, weird things happen. So yeah, we'll go like that. And hope we have a good time. And I just wanted to throw in a little reminder, please like, comment, subscribe, and if you want to see more stuff like this, consider checking out the Patreon. Just lowered the pledge to $2 a month. And yeah, I'm trying to make it to 1,000 subscribers. Ooh, it actually fired. So, opponent taking a mulligan. I think we'll just have to do the same. It's really unfortunate to have a 2-lander with cantrips, but also have your 2 lands be basics can't play out, and then you get a no-lander. What are these tournaments? These tournaments are lame, even. Oh, my opponent mulls to 5, because I'm gonna mull to 5. This tournament's off to a great start, huh? They always do. Alright. This hand is not much better. I'm losing my mind right now. Okay, let's put back Kolaghan's Command, and I think probably Force of Will. I don't really want to try and leverage a 1 for 2. There's just so many expensive cards, though. It might be one of the only castables is the problem. Oculus can catch me up, so guess it's just... So if I'm looking at a game that I'll win on the play and a mull to 5, I'm gonna have to be against something that's kind of all in, I think. Like, I'm just not gonna win a control mirror with this hand, no matter what. And I'm not gonna win a control mirror going to 4 either. So I think I'm gonna bottom Bowmasters and just keep all the most powerful cards. Not that Bowmasters isn't powerful, it's just on a different scale. Ancient Tomb. Show me your chalice. Yeah, I don't care. Resolves. So Tamiyo becomes my pitch, and now I'm just looking to make a couple land drops. Great. And yeah, I guess that's close enough. Cast Oculus, which might be kind of difficult because you also need 6 cards in your graveyard to do that. So before that happens, there will also be... I'll probably cast Narset before that. But yeah, weird stuff going on here. Not sure what kind of Ancient Tomb deck my opponent's playing, but it's probably Eldrazi. Which is like at least 40% of what I faced the last challenge I played. So it would make a lot of sense. Oh, great. Wasteland makes this simultaneously easier and harder. Chalice on 2, honestly, it doesn't really impact my plan all that much. And if they wasteland me, it's like going to take a long time to do anything anyways. Let's just get into a really weird game here. If I can just resolve Oculus, which probably means actually brainstorming at the end of turn, just to start filling out my graveyard. Also, if I can destroy Chalice on 1 at some weird point, and then like they try to... Oh no, not Cavern of Souls. Oh god, that ruins everything. If they play Thought Not Seer, it really ruins everything. I'm gonna hold on to this brainstorm a little longer if I could. Yep, there's Fleshraker. Not good. Not good at all. Yep. Bit of a non-game here, but I already went into this feeling like I'd lost thanks to that mull to 5. It's just unlucky. What can I say? You're not supposed to blame things on variance, but I guess that first hand would have been okay. They have a really slow start here. Yikes. Okay. Maybe I can just retain some information. I have Ugin. That's not surprising. What else do they have? Hit that Herald to the end. Unfortunately, this does not work. With Ugin, you can't make it uncounterable. Bit of reprieve there, I suppose. But this Fleshraker is still beating down. I do not like it. We'll go to discard anyways next turn. I'm not really feeling like I'm going to top deck a land at this point. Maybe their Ancient Tombs will kill them. Another Cavern, sure. It's so frustrating. We could have easily won this game if we just had some land drops. I just need some land drops. Or if they'd played Ugin before Fleshraker, it would have been counterable. So many things. So many little things. Oh my god. Okay, we're getting there. I need to cast this Oculus. I'm gonna cast Strix right now. Get it countered. Make my opponent feel like I'm bad. And then if I can force twice, I mean, they're only gonna draw 1 card, but if I could, I would. And then what are they gonna get with their thing? Probably Myco Spawn, and then we're just out of this game. Yeah. Card's very oppressive. Yeah, we'll have no mana. We're just starting over and also facing a pretty fast clock. So yeah, that was no good. Hopefully we're a little more lucky and get a hand we can play with. Take Fnatic, take Murktide, take Consign, take Blood Moon, take Barrogoyf, and maybe even Fatal Push, take Opposition Agent. Cling to Dust. They're Chalice happy over there. Thoughtseize I'm not wild about. I do really like Lightning Bolt. Taking out it and Fleshraker really hamstrings them. Narset not at its best here. Like I talked about in the deck tech, Oculus is also kind of on the line since It's a lot easier to target with Kozilek's command than Murktide Regent. But I think we just want anything that could be a big creature. Even Kaito with one emblem can stand up to a Thought-Knot Seer. So why don't we trim one Bowmasters, and then this is kind of a lot of expensive cards against the Myco Spawn deck. Oh yeah, I also paradoxically also cut one of my lands usually. Since the margin of error is so thin, we just can't really afford to miss our top decks too often, even though I think it would be results oriented thinking to deviate from my plan when we just had a game where I couldn't find any lands, and then one Force of Will out. Yeah, on the draw, the second Thoughtseize will be gone as well. Alright, we'll take the play, of course. And yeah, a little bit cursed today. Another no-lander, hit mulligan. I'm afraid to mulligan. This is so dumb. Sorry, I'm not getting frustrated yet. But I'm a little frustrated. It's kind of ridiculous. I think we'll bottom Teachings. Yeah. A little frustrated here. They have a Devourer. Keeping 7 must be nice. It's already a bad matchup. I need as many resources as I can get. And don't give me that you sided out one land crap. Alright, so we see Wastecape, Fleshraker, and Blast Zone go. Hard to tell what they want from this spread. Maybe faster mana. What I'd really like to leverage on the play here is if I draw a land and a Kaito. That would be nice. Ghost Vacuum, sure. That will be a little annoying at first, and then if they invest a lot of time into that, they don't have to invest mana though. That's the busted thing about this card. But I will Kolaghan's Command it before it gets out of control. Lightning Bolt. Not too exciting yet. They also can't cast Fleshraker yet. Okay, now they can. Thought-Knot Seer, lovely. It is counterable. I don't have double blue. Let's just try and preserve something of our plan here. I think I'll just force it. I miss on land, which is bullshit. Alright. Technically, pretty even trade, because they used a Lotus Petal to do it. So I'll draw Kolaghan's Command, then there's a Lightning Bolt on top of my deck. Do I really risk brainstorming to find a land? I don't think I'm doing anything if I just play Tamiyo and pass or hold up Bowmasters. I'm not winning that game. Okay, great. And we'll see how good Kolaghan's Command is. Usually pretty good. They're starting to invest in that vacuum. The only upside of them getting a ton of ETBs, I'm sure, is that Bowmasters can pick off the new versions of these cards. I mean, if they make a 1/1 Thought-Knot, Bowmasters will pick it off. It'll cost them pretty much all the mana this turn, unless something crazy happens. I'll draw a card, thanks to Thought-Knot's other ability, which will be a Kolaghan's Command. And if they end up taking Kolaghan's Command, then I'll draw the other one, I guess. Yeah, I don't really feel like I have strong enough cards to compete here. If I had found like Oculus or Kaito or even, oh great, Wasteland. Hopefully they can't afford to do that. One thing is for certain, I need to start pressuring. Okay, they're thinking about it. If they Wasteland me, maybe they won't have enough mana to do stuff. I mean, I don't like how Yavimaya can make Ancient Tomb a mana source where they don't need to use their life total. Don't like that. I don't like that they exiled my Bowmasters. Let's see if they block. There's a Devourer they have in hand. Yeah, they want their mana. That's fine. Just go ahead and... Are they going to activate Ghost Vacuum? I mean, there's no other creatures. Doesn't seem very good. Could also just double spell, but I feel like they might Wasteland kind of soon. I don't think I can afford to fight whatever's in their hand. Just do this. They'll probably take out a Brainstorm on their way out. Or the Force. I guess it's more unique. I have Ugin. So now they can cast that Devourer if they want. Yep. Well, it's a big creature. Can't really stand up to it right now. I'm drawing Kolaghan's Command. Let's cast Tamiyo. If only Tamiyo could race. If they wasteland my Badlands, I'll just bolt them, I think. That's a tough one, actually. Eldrazi Temple. Float a red. Nothing. Bolt you, I suppose. Could also bolt the spawn. But they're still 2 away from that Eye of Ugin activation. And I have at least 2 more draw steps before this Devourer just wins. What's going on? Is this Dismember? Yeah, sure. Okay, you're at 5. I mean, if I draw a red source, there's a world in which I can burn you out. Because I have more bolts as well. Edict, not bad. Alright. Getting closer on that Eye of Ugin. Fleshraker? Okay, I could really use that red source, please. Just something to do, you know? Help me out. Okay. Might have to play the long game here. If I could do one of these right now, I'd be so happy. But I can't. So, what do I even do? Definitely not play out the Badlands. I think honestly I play Underground Sea. Then draw Badlands next turn. I just need them to draw another land. Or a Dismember. Okay, so far so good. We might be able to do this. I mean, they can activate Eye of Ugin, but it would put them in Bolt range. I played around Thought Knot Seer. I hope they play around Bolt. I mean, I'm not showing them red mana right now, so they might not. They should. God, this is hard. Yeah, they can't activate Eye of Ugin without also activating Ancient Tomb. But if they do that, it's probably best to get Tamiyo back and cast it, so at least I have another look at a red source. Because if they're dealing with my red source, they're probably not also dealing with Tamiyo. Or I could destroy Fleshraker, but that doesn't really seem relevant right now. It just doesn't. Oh, hold on. Can't I draw step discard them if they don't activate Eye of Ugin right now? I think that is more of a read than casting Tamiyo, having all my cards face up. They also have to reckon that. Okay, cool. I think we did it. El Purposer. This deck generates a lot of mana, but they're not going to be able to tutor with Eye of Ugin and cast a kicked Sowing Myco spawn. I'm pretty sure if I play out Tamiyo last turn, they just, yeah, get after me with an Eye of Ugin tutored monster. So I'll just let them tutor right now, if they do. There was one Eldrazi that was like gaining life that I think Lol for Reals was playing. And I think it even had Annihilator. It's kind of a nasty creature. Alright, we just need them to lose one game. Now, hopefully we got them on the back foot. And hopefully we get to keep 7 this time and maybe they mulligan? I don't know. They mulligan in game 1 though, so... What am I really wishing upon people? Gonna fight against Chalice. I think I do want all 4 forces. Because what else would I be bringing in? I don't want Meltdown. Maybe Fatal Push? Yeah, probably Fatal Push. It's not that hard to get Revolt. since they're always blowing up my shit, and I have fetch lands and stuff. But also Chalice. I don't know, it's tough. We fight the board pretty well with our own creatures. Fnatic is sweet. They have Ghost Vacuum. That's another argument for Meltdown. Wait, they have Ghost Vacuum, so are they even playing Chalice of the Void? If they're playing Ghost Vacuum, they wouldn't be playing Chalice of the Void, would they? I don't know. It's too weird to think about. I think I can largely ignore Ghost Vacuum. That might not be a wise thing to say. And what's Fatal Push really doing for me? Anything Fatal Push can hit. Lightning Bolt can also hit, except for Thought-Knot Seer. And probably something else I'm forgetting about. But yeah, Myco Spawn, it, and Flesh Raker, Flesh Reiki. Bolt is usually better suited for that job. But also, like, they're so gung-ho on Cavernous Souls that another Force of Will seems kind of funny. Let's just have the removal spell. It is how Eldrazi wins. I'd rather it be Infernal Reckoning, but what can you do? Dude, come on. Why? Uncool. So uncool. We're both good on 6. Really need to leverage the Oculus. I wonder if I should bottom Force of Will. It's tempting. But also just like resolving Oculus and protecting it with Force is so busted. But I do need to put cards in my graveyard. I guess that's what Ponder's for. And it's pretty likely to find another land, right? This is really greedy, but let's bottom a land. They have Devourer, which is a little rough for Oculus. Little rough for Oculus. There was ways to stop even that, though. Nimble Obstructionist. Consign to Memory. We'll figure it out. Or we won't. Life will go on. Alright, they decide to keep a card. It's not Cavern. They don't even have a turn 1 play. That is fortunate for us. Okay, I had a feeling. That's both a good pitch to Force and maybe a land next turn. Strix is good. Why don't I put that in my hand right now? And the fetch lands are also very good. As long as I make a play every turn, I should get this Oculus out on time. Furthermore, if they are motivated to... this is fine. It's a lot of mana, but it's fine. If they're motivated to get rid of Strix, or even better, attack into Strix, then I'll also be happy about that. If they're motivated to take out Strix with Devourer, then Oculus can ride, which is quite good. Another land, not too thrilled about that, but maybe I'll be thankful if the Myco spawn comes. So if I force something and then crack a fetch land, that's 4 cards. We're almost there. Kolaghan's Command. Maybe I'll shoot for turn 3. Because turn 4. Because yeah, turn 3 is not seeming super likely. Don't really want to exile this Baleful Strix. Ah, Blast Zone. Pretty easy to take out Oculus with Blast Zone. That's the other problem in how it compares against the old Murktide Regent. Easy block. 1 mana away from casting Devourer. Thought-Knot Seer, easy counter. I'm really close to casting this. Brazen Borrower. That might be my line. Even though they're not on Ancient Tomb, pushing any kind of damage is pretty important here. Wasteland. Okay, if they Wasteland me, that's another way that I can get a card in my graveyard. I was really hoping that they would preemptively devour the Baleful Strix there. And yeah, I think it's just important to cast Brazen Borrower here. Start beating down in the air. Seems very good, in fact. Well, no, actually, we'll cast Kolaghan's Command. It's not that bad if they wasteland me. Have them discard. So they wasteland in response. They've got their Devourer mana. If I cast Oculus, they'll definitely Devourer it, which will get it out in the open. Strix can actually block Devourer though, so which one do I actually want? Just really have to hope this doesn't prompt them to Kozilek's Command here. If they wipe out my graveyard, kind of ruins all the plans. But I think that line is pretty clear, so I think they would have done it by now. Oh god, they have it. No. No, 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 no. Doesn't leave them with much mana, though. Then maybe Brazen Borrower can just beat down. Or maybe they'll just let me do this. Answer it on the other end. Please. Discard Devourer. Or they could do it for 1. That wouldn't be the worst. Yeah, they kind of have to draw a card. Okay, they do it for 2, so if I draw a fetch land, I can still cast Oculus. But that means that Strix is not helping out. And I'm assuming they're going to discard whatever is not Devourer here. They went 0 top. If they discard Devourer, that's pretty scary. But if they go for Myco Spawn, yeah, I mean, strange. Alright, how about a land? Fetch land, that is. Snapcaster Mage. Oh, Oculus is killing me right now. It's really killing me right now. So what do I do? Snap Ponder, I think. Sets me back a little bit, but I feel like I need to set up more land drops. Cool. That Scalding Tarn is what I needed this turn. I'm almost certain it's Myco Spawn. Oh, it's Thought-Knot Seer? God, that sucks. No! Oh, man. Unbelievable. I should have thought about that. Well, that might be game. We'll have to pivot onto, I guess, Brazen Borrower beats. Though they're thinking about it. Yeah, I mean, please take Brazen Borrower. For God's sake. Help me out. Sometimes people think new cards are bad. It's a bad card. I promise it's a bad card. Dang it. Yeah, that was never going to work. Now I'm drawing a swamp. The shame. There's a Bowmasters after that. Don't know if I can really overrun the board with just that. I also really want to Surveil, but I guess I'll Petty Theft and then save this damage. They'll probably recast it. Then I'll just cast Bowmasters in response. Nice little trick. Wasting time. What the hell is this? Sowing Myco Spawn with Kicker. Sure. Whatever. This is what was supposed to happen last turn. I was supposed to have a Abhorrent Oculus at this point. They're exiling my swamp. I got another one of those in hand. Wasteland, sure. Alright. Can I please top deck Kaito? I would love to top deck Kaito right now. That would be so cool. One time for me. Please? I mean, it might not even be that good. We'll see. Okay. I kind of want them to block the army, but also sending damage is going to be pretty important, isn't it? Ooh, okay. What if they don't block either of them? I think they will. Beautiful. Might as well give them a choice, right? This is in hand for Thought-Knot Seer. They might misplay and take snap. Attacking Kaito. I'm not going to be able to get through that Thought-Knot Seer anyways. Let's keep the loyalty high. Can't really Kozilek's command this one either. Are they gonna chump with Thought Seer? I could plus. I could plus and then it... Well, then they can still dismember. Oh, no, they can't because it has hexproof. That's right. It's gonna be... Oh, they take Lightning Bolt. That is interesting. I wonder why they took Lightning Bolt. Shieldred's Edict. Not bad. I need an attack here, so I guess I plus. Yeah, definitely plus. Crunch in here. And then they can't flash in a creature, right? Just need a dodge Devourer. Attacking with both, yep. Really hope I'm not forgetting a creature right now. If I draw a land and can edict the other one away as well, that would be insane. We got 2 cards, a lot of Eldrazi mana. Putting counters on Blast Zone. Probably not what they want to be doing. Another Snapcaster Mage is not the greatest, but I'm going to use Kaido's 0 this turn. Yeah, Bowmasters is exactly where we want to be. Top. I think Fatal Push is even better. Opposition Agent. If they ever reach for that Eye of Ugin. Now we want to dodge Line Breaker. The One Ring. Not bad. Hopefully the game will go long enough for them to leverage that. Or like I said, Opposition Agent can wreak some havoc. So there's no way for them to gain life. Should I just increase Kaito's loyalty? Make it even bigger? Or should I surveil? I don't think so, because I'm pretty happy drawing just about anything from this point on. I'll take another emblem. This thing's a 5/6 now, just massive. They take 1. We do have flash threats as well. I wasn't thinking about the One Ring. Bowmasters might have been a little better in this scenario. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not Eye of Ugin mana. I'm going to flash in Brazen Borrower, represent red. Even Dismember is a bit of an ask for them here. This is invariably fatal. Cool, we got there. No landers. Don't worry about it. That Kaito top deck. Oh, made me so happy. And unfortunately, the next match is just about to start. No time to rest. No time to think. Just time to stretch. Alright. Let's get in there. We're up against the Grim Lavamancer, who I think usually plays Reanimator. And I've got a Brainstorm and a Fanatic, a creature that people like to remove, and a Thoughtseize on the play. Hopefully I can disrupt whatever reanimation might happen. And if they go for Grizzlebrand, well, Bowmasters can sometimes mess them up. They're keeping 7 though. That's not normal for Reanimator. What's going on over there? Reanimator. Okay. Oh, they have Sire of Insanity. They can Cabal Therapy themselves off a Dark Ritual. And they have 2 reanimation spells. So I guess I need to take the Dark Ritual. It's a bad plan. And then maybe they'll turn their therapy at me. But yeah, if that's Sire, I'll need to like top deck a blue source for Brainstorm to potentially find like Force of Will or something. Or I could just bet on Strix holding off Sire until I draw out of it. They could also just top deck Dark Ritual and then I'm in trouble. But yeah, if I can convince them to therapy me. Never feels good to take Dark Ritual though, because that's one of the cards that we can really capitalize on and get an advantage. They're going to pass. So yeah, they'll probably make a 2 mana play. They'll probably cycle Troll and then therapy themselves and reanimate Sire. Oh my god. Things are good. Been that, I think. Well, I don't want to put... Well, yeah, actually, I do want them to try and take out my Bowmasters, because then I can Bowmasters If they waste a reanimation spell on Bowmasters, what I'm saying is it's easily answerable. And if they don't, it's in the graveyard for Fnatic to bring back. That was to be expected. And Fnatic should do a pretty good job racing Troll if they end up with one of those. Okay, they're just going to reanimate Bowmasters. That's totally fine. Let them have that. Now, if they therapy me and then Bowmasters, and name Bowmasters, could be a little complicated. They could also flashback therapy at that point. Kind of tear up my hand. Okay, they're just gonna... Oh, they top decked reanimate. So their other line is still alive even. Yeah, they're in their hand they have therapy, animate dead, and the Sire still hanging out. That is a little rough. But like I said, I think we can race Troll with Fnatic. We just need to be careful. Land is a good draw. Not attacking with Bowmasters. Then it's pretty safe to send my Bowmasters, right? They're not going to want to therapy and then to flash it back with Troll. That's like their marquee creature. Swamp cycling. Underground mortuary. Yep. Still no 3 other cards over there. And I guess Sire is less important if my hand is just hella good, you know? I mean board. I won't have a hand if they have Sire. Cabal therapy me. What would they name? They might name Brainstorm. Don't think they'll name Cling. Nice. Yeah, they might just name Force of Will here, which is kind of whatever. I really don't think they're going to want to use Cabal therapy or flash it back by losing their Troll. Shieldred's Edict. Alright. Here we go. Cast that. Get Bowmasters. Ping you. And I can block Troll. 2 layers of protection. Don't know if I'll block Troll, but I think I probably will. Just save that life. But I don't know. It's a little risky to take 6. If for some reason I can't connect with this lifelink, it can be a problem. Although Cling will probably gain me 3 life at some point as well. I think this card might not be very good if it didn't have lifelink. Well, maybe that's not true. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Evaluating cards is hard, but the lifelink is certainly a huge part of it. Alright. Nile Spellbomb, Surgical. Taking game 1 off Reanimator is huge. But also, Underground Mortuary makes me kind of think of Worldly Tutor, Fnatic. They might have their own angle. I'm not the biggest fan of Fnatic in this matchup, though, because the pattern I like to get into is having flash threats. That also means Oculus is not great, or Kaito, but those cards are blue. Start with Cooldown's command out. And Basic Mountain. Take Consign. Opposition Agent is a flash threat. Take out Kaito and Oculus, I think. Well, the thing about Fnatic is that it's a cheap threat. Under most circumstances, I should be able to miracle it. Consigning a Sire of Insanity trigger could buy me the time I need as well. I don't know how much they're into Sire of Insanity though. It's probably like a one of. They can afford to have a lot of random things since they play Entomb. Yeah. I generally like to be pretty threat light against Reanimator just because we have to, if we're just stopping them at what they're trying to do, we're usually in good shape. So I'll trim a Bolt. But like I said, that Mortuary could mean Worldly Tutor, or it could mean Witherbloom and Smog. I've seen that kind of flying around as a plan B. Could take out Bowmasters for that reason. It's a pretty bad thing to have reanimated against you. Just one out. Maybe Narset. Shoot, here, let's just go like that. The important cards are already in. Fanatic seems like the worst thing to get reanimated, though. If they steal that from your graveyard and then also get something from their graveyard, complete breakdown. Pretty clearly going to mulligan this. Much better. Keep and probably bottom one of these lands. Yeah. I don't want to be soft to like Douthie Voidwalker or whatever. Delta, Lotus Petal, pass. Oh, okay. Not so bad. Take a little bit of the pressure off for me. Perfect. Yeah, there's no reason to not ponder here. Seeing as my interaction is free, I'd like to start pushing this game forward. Yep. All good stuff. No small talk. Surgical Snap Surgical is pretty sweet. If they discard Spell me, it wouldn't matter if I have 2 blue cards because they can just take Force. I could put Cling in my hand as a red herring. Alright. The best thing they can do is like discard me and reanimate Baleful Strix, then I mean, I'm sure they can do better than that. But if I can untap with Cling, I'll be feeling like fairly safe. If they take Lightning Bolt, we'll know they have juked, but hopefully Snap Lightning Bolt will arrive in time. Okay, they don't find anything useful off the Surveil. Always a relief. I had a feeling that would happen. Tempting to just extract those. Don't really want to play a game where I have to constantly worry about that. Not to mention that they kind of have to chain a Smog first for that to be a thing. So let's just hang out. If I can get that 3rd land, I wouldn't mind. I'd even take 2. Unmask. Targeting who? Me? Well, at this point, I do need to bolt. Can't let them take that and then go off. Well, I do have Force of Will, like, but I don't know. I'd just rather have everything available to me. I guess I'm getting bad lands here, huh? They pitched an Entomb to do that. Alright, so that happens. And then I'm going to let them get some information and also trade 2 for 1 in my favor. They take Force, so I think they're still on this Witherbloom plan. If they have another Witherbloom, Apprentice, and then Chain of Smog, they do. Oh boy. So now I need a land so I can snap bolt this thing, or just more interaction. Should probably cantrip off this Cling to Dust. I was joking about surgicaling the Witherbloom Apprentices, but now it doesn't seem that ridiculous. Sure, I'll hit Unmask. Okay. Should be okay. Would I rather retain a Shuffle or make my draws marginally better? I don't really want to draw more than 4 lands. If they're somehow able to overpower my Surgical, though, it's not great. Pretty sure one of their last 2 cards is Chain of Smog. But they could still, like, Entomb Reanimate. If they try to reanimate a Witherbloom Apprentice, I'll probably extract that. Because, yeah, I'm almost certain one of their last 2 cards is Chain of Smog. They're going to pass. Seeing as I have Cling to Dust to fight their reanimation plan now, Ooh, nice. It does make sense to extract Witherbloom Apprentice. Kind of makes a lot of sense. It's starting to make a little too much sense, I think. Yeah. Yeah. They only have 2 left, but yeah, that'd just be curtains for me. Oh, no, it wouldn't. I have Brazen Borrower. Never mind. Everything's fine. Even though I want to cast Brazen Borrower. So maybe that becomes the plan next turn. Reanimate. Yeah. We'll extract that. Had a feeling. That Chain of Smog becomes kind of bad in their hand, but also kind of not. Okay, Traxa, Grizzlebrand. They also have Sedgemoor Witch that can go off with Chain of Smog, so it's not over yet. I hate to say it, but it's not over yet. Oh man. Sedgemoor Witch. Always take a picture as well. Should always take a picture. But yeah, they can empty their hand right now. But they're not going to. They're going to hold on to that Chain of Smog. They figure that is their out. I need to watch out for Entomb Reanimate. So until I top deck another land, it's a little too dangerous to ponder. Just gotta leave up the Cling. And it's not like we're not pushing damage either, so hard to feel bad about this position. Got Graveyard Hate in the yard. Rather immune to discard magic. And they need to top deck another land or Mana Source if they want to Chain of Smog and Sedgemoor Witch in one fell swoop. Bolt. That takes a turn off the clock. But also can be turned on a Sedgemoor Witch. Entomb resolves. Atraxa. They drew it. Yes, that happens. No Mana Source. Are they really going to want to block with that? We'll find out, huh? Or are they going to go for the win? I'd respect either line. Just go for a long-term plan with Atraxa or what? They're going to Entomb response. That is actually pretty annoying. Because then they get a pest. And boy, is it a pest right now. That also pads out their life total a little bit. They Entomb Archon. Okay, I was like, if you do all that and not block, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, this will buy them quite a bit of turns. 1 to be exact. Yes, I'll pay 3 life. Last card's Chain of Smog. Maybe they'll just cash that in. Oh my goodness. Well. Been that. They're running very hot. Quite a few looks at a way out, though. Bowmasters, not quite. Oh boy. Consigned to memory. That is not good enough either. Let's see. There's no way to delay the draw for Fnatic to trigger and then revive Snapcaster Mage, which can target Bolt. That would not work, right? And yeah, Consign will not work either. Do I actually have to shuffle this? GG. Oh, come on. You were way more in this than you could have ever realized. Like, I don't know what was going to happen. This pause does not, well, you know, it's all good. Cool. We are 2-0. Seems like a fine time to take a little bit, just a quick little break. So I'll be right back. Things roll on here, and we are in match 3 on the play. Ugh. Hand's kind of rough, but has 2 lands. 2 Cling to Dust, which is like not that bad in the Riscaminator world. Only half a force, but it's pretty likely for Cling to find the other half of that in a pinch. And I don't hate the Lightning Bolt either. And it's also, I feel like the first time we didn't have to mulligan a no-lander, right? Well, no, that's not fair. Our hand was really good. Our hands were really good last round, actually. Game 1, Our 7 was great, and game 2, our 6 was great. Opponent also keeps 7. It's a little concerning. Any deck someone brings to a Legacy Challenge and keeps 7, that's scary. Got a mountain over there. I think this is more likely to be a red painter than mono red Stompy. But neither of these get basic island anyways, so I'm going to surveil. Strix. It's a blue card. It's a good card in the matchup, no matter which one. And we get to intimidate our opponent by just topping everything. That's what I'm talking about. 3 reasons to be happy. But we got to start generating some serious resources. City of Traders makes this much more likely to be red prison. But also I don't like that they have this Lotus Petal, because it might mean that they have red blast. We'll try it. Yep. Pretty rough. This does seem a lot more like red painter though. Like, it's not crazy for red painter to have, red prison to have mainboard pyroblast, especially in something like a challenge, but I don't know. Doesn't seem like super likely to me. I'm gonna act like this is painter. And if they don't have any artifacts and they don't have any mana, whole style on them. Let's ponder. Yeah. Yeah, right? Yeah. Just a 4/4 lifelinker. Pretty damn good against this deck. Okay. That's indeed what it is. I'll definitely take the 1 ring here. Even though if they get Grindstone, they can win on the spot. And I don't really like the idea of going shields down again. But yeah, the 1 ring is just by far the best card here. It's not even close. Take that. See what they loot away. I really wish I didn't fight over that Fable. Maybe they would have pyroblasted my Strix instead. Okay, they think their hand's perfect. They play Painter's Servant. Choosing red, and they can Fury with whatever. Yeah, it's giving them some grief. Yeah, they choose red. Play out Saga. That is a problem, kind of. It's only kind of a problem because, I don't know. Fnatic will be bigger. If they want to Fury it out of the way, they could potentially lose their method of creating constructs. But Kolaghan's command, Shatter Painter's Servant, Shock Reflection of Kiki Jiki, then just start beating with a 4/4 lifelinker. That's what I really hope happens here. And they just start making constructs. But if they like play City of Traders and Fury the Fnatic out of the way, I'm still going to make the same play, but I'll be a little more behind. Okay. Probably even want to hardcast Fury. It's probably what they really want to do. Alright, we'll round out our colors here. We're not going to let them Grindstone Painter for free. Do you want to chump? No. Oh, that's so cool. I mean, if they have another painter, they can still win. Okay, cool. Glad they're doing that. Do they still get Grindstone? Do they still work towards that? Or do they start getting like Lotus Petal or Mox Opal, start working towards actually hardcasting this Fury? Because now they need an actual red card to pitch. Painter's Servant's gone. Okay, Grindstone is the pick. And they're gonna evoke Fury, sure. Pitching Red Blast. Get Fnatic out of the way. Tamiyo. Good draw. Boo! Well, I mean, they are empty again, which is kind of nice, but still, boo! Alright. They're empty and they don't really have any mana. If they try to develop their mana, they'll lose city. So things aren't horrible. It'd be bad if they drew like Fable. Please don't draw Fable. And unfortunately I need to do this. Need them to not hit me for 6 right now, but 2. Goblin Engineer. Yeah, that's a pretty good draw. If I could convince them to sacrifice that construct, that would be pretty good. Another Edict. See what develops here. Kind of hope they get a red source and go for the win. Preferably a red source that's a land. No. Yeah, I mean, I can take 2 one more time, probably. Not wild about it. Problem solved. We'll exile that. And then the engineer actually becomes not really a concern. Unless they want to turn Grindstone into a Dragon Engine, which would actually be pretty bad for me. So yeah, maybe I just Edict anyways. That's fine. Alright, no bad draws. Now we start the grind. Well, that's rather frightening. Oh, man. They can win next turn. Jeez. What a top deck. No! Come on. Oh my god. Now I need to top deck exactly Lightning Bolt. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Fight so hard. Get to a point where I'm finally grinding and overcoming them. And then they just top deck whatever they want. Whatever they want. Alright, I'm so ready to punish this. I really want to. 3 lightning bolts. There they are. Can we do it? Can we do it? I mean, we got that insane Kaito rip. Why not? Why not this? Upsetting. Well, guess we'll just have to try again. How can they beat Baragwif? If it's bigger than 4 toughness, then it seems almost impossible for them. Now, you might want to bring in Surgical after that, because that was so lame, but that, again, I think that is some results-oriented thinking, and we don't want to have that color our decisions. We want them to do the combo half. It's really easily disruptible. We have so much creature removal. We just ran really bad and top decked 2 lands and then a ponder. So, what are you going to do? And holding that Edict wouldn't have helped either, because then they can just sacrifice the Goblin Engineer that would have still been there. Alright, you saw all those red blasts. We're gonna lose the big blue cards, which is kind of a lot of the bombs from Duskmourn, like Oculus and Kaito need to go. I like Opposition Agent. Who knows if this deck even still plays Lightning Bolt, since Psychic Frog has kind of made people think it's not good. It's not true. Lightning Bolt's still amazing. But as long as people believe that, I don't mind. Take Spellbomb as well. It's really good in the matchup. And Consign is interesting. Yeah, we'll take Consign. Saga is a way they can consistently outgrind us. That's what we're really afraid of in this deck, is if they can outgrind us with Fable, Saga, Fury, whatever else they got going on. We don't need to worry about their combo, because like I said, it's easily disruptible. But if they start grinding us out, then it's a real problem. I'm just going to go down to 1 force and then cut Teachings and a Thoughtseize. Alright. Only 1 meltdown. Yep. Looks really good. Got Saga covered in multiple ways, actually. And then we got Shieldred's Edict as well. Starting with that. That's fine. We won't know if they have a soul land or not before Chapter 2 resolves. I'm going to hold on to Consign. Okay. think we're good on lands, but if I can sneak in Hardcast Lorien Revealed, well, that'd be pretty sick. Also, important to note, once the painter is out, Consign of Memory can't counter anything, so be aware of that. Can still counter triggered abilities, just not colorless spells, because all spells have color when Painter's Servant is around. I'll totally counter a Painter here. Kind of hope they cast one. And if that doesn't work, I'll bolt it. And then if that doesn't work, hopefully Meltdown will just sweep it all up. But I don't want my Meltdown getting like Pyroblasted or something like that. If they just go full aggro with the sexy boots of Vexing Bubble, that's totally fine. That one I do not mind. I don't like that they'll be able to draw a card though, so I hope they play like a Goblin Welder or something like that here. But they don't, that's too bad. They're signaling that they have a Red Blast. Another Consign. Not an amazing draw. Yeah. Like, look how many cards they have. It's ridiculous. They only have one more mana than them. And this is also what I'm talking about. They'll just grind us out with these cards. Gotta turn Consign into a removal spell here. Feels horrible, though. It's really bad. How can I start generating resources? Fnatic, I guess? Something like that. Or if they tap out for like a Welder here, and I top deck a land, maybe Lorien Revealed could do something. No, they're gonna be stubborn about it. I think that's also fine. Yeah, just not gonna walk Lorien Revealed into a blast. They'll tap out eventually. Right, guys? Maybe they'll hardcast Fury, I don't know. 8 cards in hand though, like, come on. How does this happen? All they've had to do is make land drops and then cantrip off their land because of frickin' Vexing Bauble. Blood Moon goes down. Happy to see that in. That might give us a shot here. Maybe their hand isn't all that it's cracked up to be either. If they looted 2. Or rummaged 2. One more. Ah, oh, come on. I'll replicate twice. Just getting ground out here. They so have Red Blast. It's not even funny how much they have Red Blast. And yeah, my Bolt or my Edict are kind of spoken for because of the Reflection of Kiki-Jiki being such a nightmare permanent. And then they still have 6 cards in hand. I'm not really seeing how the math adds up for us here. Don't hate Spellbomb though. But I kind of need to cash it in soon, because like I said, if I don't start getting my engines online, they will win eventually. My deck is made to react and answer. All theirs is presenting questions actively. They're also at 12. There's a way I can sneak through. But it won't be easy. In fact, was I supposed to just let the One Ring resolve? Soul Guide Lantern. Sure. Losing my Consign. Pithing Needle. Well, guess I'm doing this. No! I would have been happy if I never drew another land in my life. Narset. It's not in my deck, but it's a good name. How many Red Blasts do you think they have? Cling to Dust. Okay. I mean, that Soul Guide Lantern's annoying. But I guess I could grind them down a little bit via that. Might even just activate this right now. No. City of Traders. Painter's Servant. Well, now they can Red Blast anything, huh? Should probably do this. They don't have a Grindstone, somehow. Barrowglyph. It's big. I hope it's also good. If they have a Grindstone and a Red Blast, they can just, like, brute force so hard right now. Try this. They're thinking about it, but they don't know. Yeah. I wouldn't even be sad if they started red blasting my lands. Like, I really wouldn't. Okay, sure. Baraglyph a little smaller now. But still a death touch and lifelinker. Bowmasters. I don't know how good that's going to be. Hopefully really, really, really good, though. So if I do red blast, I mean, if I get Lorien revealed, do you think they have another red blast after that? I think it's worth a shot, because, like, it's not like either of these other cards are doing anything. And then they'll drop their cards in hand at 2, which would mean they'd have to have a grindstone among those last 2 cards, which is not impossible, but also not super likely. I think they only play 1 or 2, since they really rely on Saga to get it out there. What the hell is this? 6 mana? Oh, it could be Fury. It is Fury. Alright. Cool thing. 3/4 Baraglyph. Can stand up to that. Another Servant. Well, that'll make things hard when they finally get their grindstone, which is hopefully never. Yeah, hopefully that's never. And I hope they're also out of red blasts, because, well, you know why. Play Baraglyph. Hang on out. It's not that crazy to find this at a 6/7 either. Saga. Time is short. Time is short, unless I can get rid of these servants. Or get Opposition Agent. It's not impossible. I mean, they'll probably block Baraglyph. They might do it with Fury. But block it all the same, they will. Brainstorm. Let's go. Yikes. Yikes. Not cool. Ponder. Shuffle that. Brazen Borrower. Not horrible. I think I'm going to bounce Fury. Barrow Smash. There's no... Well, actually, there's point with attacking with these, because if they block with Painter's Servant, then that means that Baraglyph's getting through. And I don't really care about these Bowmasters, so yeah. What you want to do? I really hope Baraglyph connects, because they will make Snapcaster Mage pretty darn good. Don't think they'll let that happen, though. All the same, if they go to 6, then I can just Bolt Snap Bolt. Brazen Borrower. Smash him for 3 in the air. It's all pretty good. Also, if my last card is Bowmasters in their head, they might not want to do that. Okay, there's one painter down. The Fearsome Baraglyph becomes a 5/6. They'll probably cast Fury. Wait, will they? That means they have to have a land, too. Or else they'll go to 4, which maybe they don't mind. Ooh! My Baraglyph didn't matter anyways. Wasn't gonna get through. They have chump blockers. Alright, need this top deck to be so good. For me, Opposition Agent would be nice. A removal spell, maybe. Something like that. Brainstorm? Could be anything. Hit me. Strix is not it, though. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? How depressing. Alright, if I snap Ponder, I'll still have mana to Kolaghan's Command. I know you have a Fury. Please don't tell me you have another Red Blast. Okay, cool. Ponder. Help me out. I don't ask for much. Ponder, no! Are you kidding me right now? Oh my god! I guess I'll take a Ponder. Look one more card deeper because I have Fatal Push and 3 Lightning Bolts. It's a full playset of stuff. And also, 2 Shieldred's Edicts. Didn't bring in my own Pyroblasts. Like, come on. Come on. I'm gonna be so mad if the Kolaghan's Command was like the next card down. Shuffle. I'm so upset right now. Tear up your whole fucking deck. Don't find a single thing. I felt very good going in. I'm gonna still bluff. I felt very good going into this turn because I felt like I had so many looks at so many outs just to deal with this one Painter Servant. But it did not work out that way. Even Opposition Agent would have been something they have to fight through because they can't search their deck at that point. Unbelievable. All right, now we're 2-1. That's frustrating. Snap, no. There it is. There. Was that so hard? All right, I've calmed down. I'm just kidding. I was never upset. I was surprised that... Okay, maybe I was a little upset, but it's gonna be fine. Well, we're up against one of the best in the game. Monkeys Can't Cry, aka Ethan Formicella, master of Doomsday. So of course we're going to keep this hand with Nimble Obstructionist in it. I've played Ethan's decks on the channel before. Big fan. Very appreciative of what they bring to the Doomsday table. And wonder if they're even playing Doomsday right now. But, I mean, they gotta be, right? Let's be real. That'd be like if I wasn't playing Grixis Control. Tamiyo. Well, that's fine. I'm just gonna surveil. I'd like to beat Daze anyways. Keep that. Or if they want a Daze Ponder, that's actually okay. But I don't think they will. I'm gonna shuffle that. Just want land number 3. Okay. We're gonna see a Psychic Frog now. Doomsday is a creature deck now, in case you haven't heard. Okay, so if I miss on land here, they can Daze my Shieldred's Edict, which would be terrible. So Ponder missed on a land. Can my draw step deliver? No, it cannot. Fuck me. Is everything falling apart? I don't know about another Snapcaster Mage. Gonna give this a shot. Don't really expect it to work, though. Yeah, they have a Daze. Sure. Now they have no real incentive to even go for a Doomsday win. Like, they just have a strong Frog game, which is really all you need to win. If I somehow deal with this, then maybe they can pivot. But they have, like I said, no real incentive to. But if by some miracle they do, I can, I guess, use Nimble Obstructionist. Cast Tamiyo. Six cards in hand. So many, huh? Cast Bowmasters. Drawing Snapcaster Mage from here is not very desirable. But I'll probably just snap Ponder. Or maybe not. Okay, Doomsday confirmed. I need to concede them a card here, I think. Or I can have them discard 2. Would they discard 2 cards to beat Tamiyo, I wonder? Would they even do that? They might. Kind of hope they don't. But if they do, maybe I can blow them out. There's my Edict. I just need one more land. Or I could concede them a card right now. I think that is wiser, even though it hurts. Okay, they're going to do that anyways. They are prepared to. They want this game over. Fatal Push my Tamiyo, you got it. Turns out I should have blocked. Or, no, I think they drew that off the Frog. You drew that off the Frog, didn't you? Oh, I didn't want to draw that. But we knew it was coming. So I think what I should do here, sadly, is Obstructionist the frog trigger, which is hilarious. Unless they cast Doomsday. I have an expendable Snapcaster Mage here, but nothing to do with it. There's no Brainstorm in the yard. The way they discarded Edge of Autumn makes me feel like they're really not trying to Doomsday combo here. They're just trying to win the game with Frog, which is not a bad plan. But hopefully I'll hit a land drop and make it less of a thing. Flying preemptively. Doomsday. Please try to win right now. I'm begging you. I mean, Ethan is very well aware of Nimble Obstructionist. It's not going to work. If anything, they'll probably, like, do a double Oracle pile. Oh, wait, they can't. They can't do a double Oracle pile because they pitched one to force. Yeah, I'm going to have to hope that they try to win right now and don't Thoughtseize me. And because I missed on land... What's going on here? Frog, frog, frog. Street Wraith. Ponder. This might even draw a land, and then they can Brainstorm. Yeah, but they're just going to pass the turn. Bollocks. Cast Snapcaster Mage. They must have a force in their hand. I'm only seeing 3 in exile right now. But I see 4 Dazes in exile, so that's cool. 2 Edge of Autumns. Brainstorm right now, that's fine. Okay. 0 cards in hand. I mean... Bolt you? Bolt you, right? Let you know how close... I can probably figure out what card it is, right? I can make Thoughtseizing impossible. Yeah, if they Thoughtseize me, I'll snap Bolt. I assume they're going to go like Cavern Oracle. But they only have 1 card in hand. Well, they can draw another one off Frog, though. That is a thing. That is a thing they can do. But maybe they don't even play Thoughtseize main. Is that possible? Holding back. So Duress cannot beat Nimble Obstructionist. You better not go Quicken on me. Alright, so Thoughtseize is off the table. Just gotta sit around. Hope they don't have 3 oracles. Normal things to worry about, you know. Just normal things to worry about. Hope they don't have Inquisition of Kozilek. Like I said, normal things to worry about. This is the last turn, it turns out. They are hitting me down to 9. I will have 0 cards. No, they will have 0 cards in their library. They probably have a Cavern. They have Oracle. Is your last card Thoughtseize? What is your last card? We'll find out. Okay, trigger's been countered. We did it! Oh man, close one. But by making a Thoughtseize not an option, I think that was the thing that really did it for us. Okay, Consign to Memory, good. Red Blast, good. Fatal Push, good. Yeah, it's like a creature deck now, with a sneaky backdoor combo, which is very scary, which makes me want Thoughtseize. No matter which plan they're on, Thoughtseize can deal with either one. Kolaghan's Command, you can get in some really weird spots where K-Command is like the only thing that can save you. If you've been able to exhaust them down to no cards in hand, but the Oracle's on top of their deck, and they're about to cast it, you can K-Command in their draw step. I think Kaito goes. They're going to have blockers, and big blockers. I mean, we can go wide around it, but then Kaito's vulnerable on the backswing. Although you could -2. I don't know. It just seems kind of like a stretch. We want cheap cards. Oh, Opposition Agent. Also good. Sometimes they can't run a lot of removal. Or they can't generate Revolt or something like that. And Opposition Agent beats out their Doomsday. But yeah, Bolt was good there, but is not going to be good all the time. Blood Moon is actually pretty darn good against this deck now, since they are a little slower and play scary creatures. Although it's good on the play, not so much the draw. I don't know. Can trim 2 bolts. We still have plenty of answers to Tameo. Don't dare cut Force of Will. So let's just cut both Kolaghan's commands, Oculus, and Cling to Dust. Both of them run like that. Or no, how about one Snapcaster Mage and bring back Cling? Yeah. Okay. Run like that. Oh shoot, I don't want that Blood Moon. Oh well, it's too late. They're taking a mulligan. I have a Thoughtseize, no black mana, but we gotta leverage this resources when they're taking a mulligan, and such a big part of their plan is creatures now. Not to mention Edict is very good at dealing with Baraglyph and Psychic Frog alike. Baleful Strix really annoys those creatures as well. I have a lot of faith in my draw step or brainstorm to find a black source. Ideally my draw step, then I can Thoughtseize. Okay, they're good on 6. Cycling Street Wraith. Again. That could have easily been a turn 1. If they had Dark Ritual and Doomsday as well. I wasn't really prepared for that. Force of Will. It's not the worst. But like I said, Black Source would have been even better. Okay, they're going to Surveil. And they like their card. Uh-oh. Passing. Do I care if I get Bowmastered? Not really. I just really want this Black Source. We hit. Okay. Put back. Cards are all pretty good. The ultimate greed line would be put back Mountain. I'll put back one of the Strix, I think. Sure. Strix is just as good as an Edict, I think. No, it's not always true. Okay. Let's have a look. There was a time when Doomsday was playing Wasteland, but surely those days can't still be happening, right? Double Doomsday, double Force. Take Force. Right? Not ready to stop Doomsday, but I feel like Narset can really screw up Doomsday. And if they just top deck a blue card, it's kind of like, whatever, you know, it's a really strong hand. Kind of immune to discard magic in a way. Pitch Strix. Okay, that worked. So can we assume that their card in hand is not blue, or did they just not want to walk into a red blast? Cast Narset. Okay, I don't think it was blue. Take Brainstorm. And hopefully we can find a way to stop Athos's Oracle trigger. Narset's pretty good at slowing down Doomsday. Or we could even just find like a Bolt or Bowmasters or something like that. That one's good. We shouldn't have to worry about losing this turn since we have Narset, or even really next turn, unless they can draw a card on my turn. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, one Edge in the mix, no Street Raids, Psychic Frog, Murktide Regent, probably 2 Oracles. Yeah, I don't think they would decide one out here. Alright. Got Edict for the first Oracle. And okay, not wild about that draw. Dive with Narset. Take Lightning Bolt. Now let's Brainstorm. Bowmasters, nice. Okay. Might not even need that Edict. I suppose I should probably keep it around though. And keep around Emergency Brainstorm. I think Ponder will be better. Going with my gut on that one. Take Force. Don't think they'll be able to cast that Murktide. Psychic Frog. Okay. Believe we got this one wrapped. Glad I kept the Edict. So I'll ping them for 1. Edict the Frog out of the way. Then bolt them for the last 2 points of damage. Alright, got there. GG's. Alright, so we're on the play. We're in 10th, just trying to fight into that top 8 there. Yes. Stable hand, Force of Will, Bowmasters. Keep. Maybe opponent will mulligan for us. Alright, opponent's good on 6. But we'll take any advantage we can. And feel pretty good about it. Basic Forest, huh? Green Sun for 0. Well, Bowmasters on that will be a pretty good blowout. We'll be ahead on board. Yeah, I'll keep that. We have 4 lands, so grinding is not out of the question. And let's not have them thinking about red mana just yet. Now, unclear if this is Cradle Control or a Nadu deck. We just don't really know yet, but Basic Forest is kind of strange. Bayou? Seems more like Cradle Control. White of the Reliquary. I don't mind forcing that. Cement our lead. Narset. Not bad. This deck doesn't draw cards, but getting to Azcanta twice is pretty busted. Might even gain us some life at some point, if they fear like a Day's Undoing type thing. Lightning Bolt's also good. We can't bolt another white, unless we also Cling. Wouldn't be the best use of Cling. Guy's Cradle, not making mana yet, so they don't have to worry about Endurance, unless they also have Elvish Spirit Guide, but I'd totally trade Bolt and half a Bowmasters for Endurance. That's fine. Edict also a very good draw. I'll take a Ponder too. Yep. Lightweight Shields down. I wish I tapped Volcanic Island. Double Natural Order, Reclaimer, Endurance. I don't know if I can end the game fast enough for Natural Order to not matter. So I guess I could just try to keep them off creatures. Because they can, it is a sorcery. So I'll take the creature they can cast. Even if it's not the creature that loses to Bolt. Okay, I think maybe their last hope was that I was worried about Natural Order. And the fact that I didn't take that may have demoralized them to the point of conceding there a little early. So we'll take Fatal Push, Baragoyf, just run the board, you know. Opposition Agent, Spellbomb, Fanatic, Murktide Regent. Take a Consign, because their Natural Order targets are pretty reliant on triggered abilities, be it Craterhoof Behemoth or Atraxa. I like Force on the draw, but not really on the play as much. Same deal with Thoughtseize. And then they're not a Wasteland strategy. Can go down Bloodstainmire. Blood Moon's also interesting. I don't think they play basic Swamp. Or they might. They might have room for that. Cut Narset. Cut 1 Force. Maybe just cut both Thoughtseizes. I just want to fight the board and get ahead. Kaito seems pretty good. Fanatic seems good. I almost want to cut another land, but that would be very irresponsible. Alright, we'll cut Cling, and everything else seems so good. Like Oculus being a 5/5 that makes 2/2s is so good, but I don't really want to cut another Force on the draw. Do I just have too many bombs? Don't need to decide which bombs are better than others. Baragoyf seems great. It's hard. Alright, cut 1 Bowmasters and I guess 1 Snapcaster Mage. It's crazy though. It's an embarrassment of riches. Definitely want to use Fnatic in this matchup. Opponent's good on 7 this time. I have Opposition Agent, which is like the best card in the matchup. We'll keep. Hopefully don't have anything on turn 1 I need to force, because if I can just keep them off balance with force and then slam Opposition Agent when they're ready to cast like Green Suns or even Natural Order, be feeling pretty good. And then having Fnatic in your opening hand is a little rough, but we have Brainstorm and all that stuff. They have a Hierarch. Obviously not going to force that. It's a good target for Bowmasters, though. Oh god. This is how things get bad. Somehow I ended up with both Fanatics. It's terrible. Alright. We can wait on land number 4. Definitely need a blue card for force. I don't know how likely it is we're going to get to 6 mana, so I would very much like a Brainstorm here. White. I think I let that go for now. Yep. They might not activate that until my end step. Since it comes in tapped, right? It's not a Mycospawn situation. Yeah, good. I'll obviously need to force any Green Sun or Natural Order this turn, but if I don't have to, that'd be great. If I could just use force to protect Opposition Agent, that'd be really nice. Or if I get a Brainstorm, I can set up these Fanatics. If they do destroy Opposition Agent, get it back with a lifelink counter, all that good stuff. Another Noble Hierarch. If only I had a sweeper. Because yeah, this thing is hitting hard. Obviously there's cards like Strix that can really help. But my life total is strong enough right now that I can just kind of suffer that. We'll surveil. Yep, that's a good one. Can stand up to a white. But ideally I force first. And Cling to Dust. Can't have them getting a Guy's Cradle or anything like that. This pause makes me feel like they weren't expecting it. Oh yeah, their hand is meaningless as long as I can protect this agent. No wasteland, unfortunately. Could take Bajuka Bog, so I don't have to worry about that. In fact, I kind of like that. It would make the white smaller even. I have no use for a Cradle yet. I could get a fetch land. No. Is it just Bajuka Bog? I think it is. Or Dryad Arbor. Don't mind the chump blocker. Alternatively, just getting my own mana set up is pretty important. I could take Bayou. It doesn't cost me any life. It makes their black mana kind of worse. They already have a Bayou out, though. They don't seem to have any removal spells, though, so as long as I don't need to block with this, it's here to stay. Except for Talon Gates. Oh, maybe I should take Talon Gates then? Yeah. If they have Talon Gates, I would need to force one of these search spells, which would be annoying. Don't want that to happen. Okay. Ooh, they ripped the Bajuka Bog that I was deliberating so much about. Well, it might be a minute before we get Murktide Regent, which is unfortunate. I could also do the old blue removal spell, bounce your white, and then counter it. That'd be kind of funny. If that's just where we're at. I mean, if they have no removal spells, then this thing's kind of here to stay, you know? Brainstorm. That's exactly what we wanted. Wait on Talon Gates, it might be useful later. Now, these Hierarchs, I can't even block with Opposition Agent unless I consign the Exalted trigger, but that seems very silly, so we won't do that. Bio is the draw, so their hand is Craterhoof, Natural Order, Green Sun Zenith. They're pretty darn close to casting that Craterhoof, but I have Consign ready for the trigger. I wonder if I just gain 3 here. How crazy would that be? Don't think it would be that crazy. I'm not going to cantrip the next 2 turns because I have 2 fanatics coming up. Pretty low value, but I mean, 4/4 lifelinker is not bad on this board. Okay, that's good enough for them. Well, winning that match 2-0 might put us in the top 8. Damn, Michael's just destroying 5-0. The only person who's 5-0, clearly. Oh, never mind. Kentaro's also destroying 2 very good players. How many rounds? I wonder if that was the last round. Oh no, 6 rounds. So if I win the next one, or at least take 1 game off the next one, maybe I'll be locked for top 8? I hope so. There's a couple people below me who are also 4-1. Grim Lavamancer, who we beat in round 2, and also the amazing INF. Yeah, I'm only counting 7 people with a record that good, so I think we're in the top 8. We just gotta hold out 1 more round. Well, folks, it's the 6th and final round. We're up against Punishing Waterfalls, who play some pretty crazy decks. However, we are in 3rd. I don't know if that means we're locked for top 8. I don't think it does. Maybe if we win at least 1 game here, we can do it. Our hand is not great, but we have Tamiyo and Cling to Dust. And Matt's taking a mulligan, so I'm going to try and leverage that. Basic out on Tamiyo. I think we'll do the same. Or no, we'll definitely just bolt that. Daze? What are they playing? I'm starting to think they're not playing a normal Punishing Waterfall style deck. Especially if I get wastelanded. However, setting them back a land drop, not the worst. If they're going to try and crack clues, you know. Oh, they're going to flip Tamiyo is what they're going to do. Oh, man. I wish they didn't daze. But we'll just have to kind of figure out what they're going for here. We have a lot of ways to fight Tamiyo. Like Bowmasters. Start by casting our own, though. If they try to grab one of those cards, I can Cling to Dust. But no, they're just going upstairs. No shuffle, huh? Okay. Seeing red as a second color. Oh, the lightning bolt, huh? Yep, that'll do it. 3 cards left. I'd like to start drawing cards. I don't want them to pick up days. Well, maybe I don't care if they pick up days anymore. Take that Brainstorm. Thought Seize, huh? Brazen Borrower? Maybe it's safest just to bounce Tamiyo. Well, they might go upstairs one more time. So, yeah. Maybe I'll Thought Seize. I was really hoping to draw a land, though. That would have been nice. Take Force. Wasteland. Not cool. Alright, really hoping to draw a land here, obviously. Really need a land. Shoot. Alright, well, this was kind of a weird game. Yeah. Tough stuff. Our hand was definitely pretty handicapped here. Now they have every force in the world, probably. Yikes. Rough. Bad run. The good news is that this should be a really good matchup. I was hoping they'd reveal another color. Guess I can just concede. Who cares about the clock? Alright, they're up a game. Playing what seems to be like blue-red tempo. I hesitate to say control because they have Wasteland and Lightning Bolt. But also the presence of 2 basic islands makes me feel like this is not like Grixis or Rug Delver or anything like that. But yeah, that was rough. Not much of a game, I'm afraid. Take a Consign here. I like having flash threats against this deck, although they are playing Lightning Bolt, so Opposition Agent less good. But Flash is very good. They'll have Red Blast as well, so Kaito's like okay against Red Blast. Can't Red Blast it on the Ninjutsu. Additionally, if Red Blast is like their removal spell, maybe Fnatic is going to be really good. Nile Spellbomb always nice against Murktide decks. So yeah, let's count on that. Trim a Force, trim Oculus, trim a land. Well, they are playing Wasteland. I'm on the play. I don't want to have another game like last one. Shoot, it's the final hour, and the results-oriented thinking is creeping in a little bit. But yeah, that was just like kind of a rough game. Don't really feel like I got to do very much. But these cuts gotta come from somewhere. Normally it'd be Lightning Bolt, but they seem to be pretty focused on creatures. Or at least Tamiyo. Let's cut one bolt. And then also should really just be Consign and a Cling to Dust maybe. Oh, they also have Daze, that's right. So yeah, actually let's cut Opposition Agent. I don't think it's actually gonna be that impactful. I mean, knowing Matt, there's probably some crazy element in this deck, but we didn't get to really see it. Very normal game. Keep that. They're also good on 7 this time. Start with Ponder. Take all that. I'd be surprised if this was like straight blue, red control, but you never know. We'll just pass. I'm suspecting Red Blast here. Now they're playing a little cagey. Let's brainstorm. Basic Mountain, not bad. I like Cling to Dust too. Our fourth lane can't evade us for long, especially with Lorien revealed around. So, yeah, I guess we'll just try and keep all this stuff, but we can put back... Potentially we can miss out on Lorien revealed, I guess. That's a pretty normal play pattern. Once they see I don't have a Bowmasters up, it's not crazy for them to do that. Alright, we're not losing to Wasteland this time, ideally. Thundering Falls. Still not revealing me that third color. Flooded Strand, go. Alright. I suppose I will just cycle Lorien revealed, nickel land drop. Now you can see how unfortunate it was to lose to Wasteland last time. It's not something that we have to suffer too often. Now I'm starting to feel like it's fine to cast Bowmasters in response to a cantrip. Then if they like bolt Bowmasters, it's a good exchange for me because I'm left with a 1/1 I can start pushing damage with. Tamiyo. I also need to play around Daze though, so can't really just bolt right now. Can't exactly do that. Force a Will. Okay. Very choked on black mono right now. No Red Blast. Oh, is this Hull Breacher? Might be Hull Breacher. Ah, Flame of Anor. It's quite a blowout. So I don't want that to happen. Force that. Seems like a fine time to bolt Tamiyo as well. Jace the Mind Sculptor. Strong stuff. Daze and Jace in the same deck sure is interesting. I'm gonna brainstorm right now. They might Daze, but I feel like they'd want to pick up Falls in that scenario. They probably weren't expecting this. Hexproof. Can't think of anything that takes out Kaito here. However, I can't draw because they didn't take any damage this turn. Which is a little unfortunate, but hopefully it was a good enough exchange. So do I just plus? Still survives double bolt. Or no, it still loses to double bolt, so yeah. It's just good value. Today someone asked me, is Kaito better than Jace? Or which one's better? Well, it's hard to say. They're both good at very different things. Thundertrap Trainer. Bryant Cook played this card against me in High Tide. They have a Force of Will now. Pretty scary stuff. Murktide Regent. You know it. Alright. Now we're kind of seeing why maybe Kaito is not as good as Jace, because I'd have to like cast Bowmasters to maybe get them to lose life. But I did put Ponder on top. If I can just like find a Red Blast or something like that, or even Bolt would do, I think. Brazen Borrower. That one's also not bad. But if it goes wrong, they can attack Kaito. Not if I just -2 though. Could just do that. Then they could Bolt. Might be time to shuffle that, because I know they have a Force of Will. So the first thing likely won't work. Wish I had a little more mana. Maybe everything I already need is in my hand. Yeah, because I don't want to draw the other cards anyways. Another black source is perfect. It will get wastelanded, so better make the most of it right now, right? Force of Will pitching Daze. Sure. Tap down Murktide Regent then. And attack. No block. Okay. Cool. Maybe I can ambush the trainer. How much good stuff could they possibly have left, you know? Actually, wouldn't really be an ambush, would it? Counterbalance. Ponder. Hopefully they shuffle. Can you shuffle for me? No? Pyroblast. Boo! That's a bummer. Bolt. Alright, well, we'll handle their board. Then who knows what will happen after that. Hopefully Cling to Dust will grind them out. But yeah, I was really hoping that Kaito would go the distance. Yeah, hopefully it wasn't a perfect Ponder. It was kind of a perfect Ponder. Little help here. Yeah, not bad. Draw step is scary, but what else am I supposed to do? There's no way all 3 cards on that Ponder were good, right? I mean, there's a way, but don't make that happen to me. Okay, Force of Will. Got it. Thank God they shuffled away one of those lands, I guess. Or no, they wastelanded me. But yeah, them getting a clue token. Not good. Not good at all. Just a land. Could be worse. We get a Force. Alright. Mystic Sanctuary. Definitely stop that from happening. I can also top deck a blue card. Sure, that works. Oh. I think it's worth it. Better not top deck another one. Don't do it. Super. Oh, what? Okay, this is getting a little ridiculous. What a slugfest. A real slugfest. Wish they'd cut it out. I feel like I'm due to find one of mine at this point. Some real pressure. Sure. Oh, they're running hot. Oh, they're running hot. Can I run hot too? Yeah, not bad. The dust settles. I have Cling to Dust and a 2/2. I've significantly outground them. Felt like they were due to draw a land at that point, but okay. Yep. What a slugfest. Speaking of which, this is out of control. Get Strix. I want cards. Guess I'll play that. Gives me Cling to Dust. They know what's on top of their deck though, so could be Daze, but might as well make them use it. What if it's something weird like Snapcaster Mage? I'm just going to hit Flood to Strand. Counterspell. Actual factual counterspell. Alright, they're at 1. This is exactly the matchup I'd want another Red Blast for. Alright. Hopefully got him on the back foot now. Thundertrap Trainer, Tamiyo, Blue-Red Control confirmed. This should be a good matchup. One of the best, in fact. And Jace, we're taking Bolt. Didn't see any Blue Blast. They're going to be more aware of Kaito now. I feel like Barrogoyf is going to be really good too. Like, how are they going to deal with Barrogoyf? On the stack, if anywhere, I think. What else? That might be it. I think 3 Forces is appropriate. I wish I had more Red Blast though, like I said. And yeah, I think I can pretty safely cut a land here. I just need to prioritize my basics. I think the fact that they're playing Wasteland will be definitely a net positive for us. But they're not playing like a really fast deck, so yeah, I think 18 lands is completely fine here. Kolaghan's Command seems really good too, but Fnatic might be even better. So what's the cut? Thoughtseize is so good as well. It might just be Tamiyo. They've got Bolt and Red Blast. So yeah, let's cut Tamiyo. Just like how we'd be cutting Frog. Second Kolaghan's Command also is appealing, but let's just roll like this. Hopefully with that, taking a game off them, we're locked for top 8. I hope. Brainstorm set up a Fnatic. How are they going to beat a 4-4 with lifelink? They're starting with a Surveil, which is really nice. Because I really didn't want them to start with Tamiyo. They also bend Alluring Revealed, so I think that tells me they have more lands in hand. And looks like we have some stability here. If I can get them to Daze Bowmasters and then Fnatic it back, that would be pretty sweet. Kind of what we're shooting for. Okay, too many lands. Fortunately, Brainstorm is part of the plan here. Seeing some action on that. Doesn't look like Back to Basics is also part of the plan. Got a couple Volcanics over there. Daze. Flame of Anor. Draw 2. Yep, pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, this is way too many lands. Ugh. Jeez. Maybe I'll be happy for them at some point, but right now it's rough. Thundertrap Trainer. I'd like to Red Blast if I can. I can't. Go ahead and Edict now. Alright, that worked. Force of Negation. Fortunately does not work against the cool dude. The Fnatic. Tamiyo. Alright. Gotta hope they also don't have Force. They just might. Nice. Get my Bowmasters back. Because they're good. Then I'll Thoughtseize. What do I take here? Flame of Anor? Yeah, Flame of Anor. Pretty easy choice, actually. Might as well. If you don't plan on blocking. Yep. Not bad. Hitting for 5 lifelink against this deck seems really good, though. This Force of Negation. Kind of jamming them up. They probably bolt Bowmasters again. Or if they're just trying to save damage, they might bolt the army. Yep. I could bounce Tamiyo here. Just kind of annoy them. They might force, but then they'd have like no cards left. What if I petty theft the clue token? Is that even crazier? Not really. I think I should save this for Murktide Regent. Flame of Anor. Definitely can take out the Fnatic. Are they going to do some Mystic Sanctuary stuff? Yep, that's pretty good. I guess I better bounce Tamiyo right now. Does that even work? Yeah, it's going to have to. But it's not great. We might even need to force negation this right now, so they don't have to deal with the 3-1. Alright, that's in your hand. I wish I had a lightning bolt. I really do. I have Bowmasters. It's not lethal. I can put them to 1. 1 is not lethal. I could just snap Thoughtseize. Could snap Edict. Snap Edict doesn't seem that bad. Or I could wait for the inevitable Flame of Anor and try and burn them out. What order did things happen on Flame? Yeah, I mean, if they draw 2 and deal 5 to Bowmasters, they would trigger Bowmasters. Boy, I wish I had a bolt. I mean, we'll find one soon enough. I have a feeling we will find one soon enough. And I wish I knew what the best line was here. The best line might honestly be Snap Brainstorm, look for Bolt. That beats Daze. I think I'm just going to Edict the Tamiyo. Then they have to deal with just a whole bunch of shit. They only got 1 mode. I don't know. I think I'll be able to overrun them. Alright, 3 mana. Potentially 4 if they have a land that's not Thundering Falls. Alright, Fnatic delivers the win. We did it. But yeah, it looks like we were just both locked for top 8. Cool. Crazy stuff. If I get put up against Waterfalls again at some point, I'll feel like it's a pretty good matchup. Same with Herver, since I think Red Painter is a good matchup, but, you know, didn't go so well last time. Whew, man. Alright, good news, everyone. We get a rematch. And we're on the play against Red Painter with a Bolt. Easy keep. Easy keep. I would love to get some revenge. Kick things off with a Ponder. Looking for land number 3 and some powerful stuff to do. Yeah, about that. Let's shuffle. Another Force. Not crazy about that draw. Would love a land. Mountain Go. That could mean Red Blast. It probably does. There's the land. Alright, we'll surveil if we can. Lotus Petal. And go, no land. Well, that's insane. Top that. All day. I don't really want to run Narset into a Red Blast. They'll tap out eventually. Even though I could back it up with Force at this rate, I wouldn't mind hardcasting one of these. They hit. Soul Guide Lantern. Annoying, but sure. So they must have drawn one of those. Definitely the Great Furnace. I think they're just holding up Red Blast till the end of time. Nice. I like the idea of applying some pressure here. I mean, they were holding up Red Blast anyways with that Lotus Petal, so. But I could also understand not wanting to use that. See if they draw in response. Yep, cool. I will cling to Dust then. And they might go to discard here. Teachings. If I draw a land, they might be compelled to red blasted teachings. Then I might be able to sneak in. Oh, okay. Baleful Strix. Would they red blast that? I think if they red blast that, I wouldn't be too upset. Sure. Goblin Engineer. Now I'm wishing I played this Waterlogged Teachings out. I got Dragon Engine, which is kind of punished by Bowmasters. They might have a way to deal with it. Hell yeah. So good. Top, right? Should have played that land out. Getting a little loose. Getting too excited. Painter Servant. Yep. This was already red blastable. Here comes the Fanatic. That's good enough for them. Cool. Not a very competitive game, unfortunately. Yeah, I think this card is pretty good against Red Painter, because like I said, we're not really concerned about the combo half. We're concerned about the mid-range half, and nothing grinds quite like Fnatic. Even though they do have some Grave Hate, it's just going to be like Soul Guide Lantern or whatever. This is definitely the matchup we wanted to run into for our first round here. Okay, Fatal Push, Agent, Meltdown, Spell Bomb, not Murktide. And even though Kaito was really good there, I think we do want to shy away from like big blue spells. Like if we are in a position where we can't ninjutsu Kaito and we need to cast it, it might be a little too cumbersome. Same with the poor Oculus. Unfortunately, Oculus, poor thing, hasn't really gone to do much this tournament. Then yeah, Force of Will, even though they have a pretty fast Goldfish and crazy bombs, we want to go down a little bit on that. Sometimes they have Blood Moon effects. But I'm feeling like I really want to draw well, and I think I can make the most of lower amounts of mana. It's just how I'm feeling right now. It's just how I'm feeling right now. But I need more cuts. I think the combination of Grave Hate and Red Blast makes me want to go down to one Snapcaster Mage and finally one Thoughtseize on the draw. Because it gets grindy. I don't want to just be drawing Thoughtseizes when I need to answer the board. But early on, if I can take like a Fable or a Fury, not so bad. Okay, this hand is good. We can sculpt, we can play out a threat that, as long as it has 5 or more toughness, is really hard for them to deal with. We can clean up with Meltdown. I feel good about this hand. That's fine. Double fine. We'll play around Blood Moon effects a little bit as well. I was really hoping to find a removal spell. I know definitely not Force. How much time are we going to have to sculpt? Probably a fair amount. Alright. I also want them to slow their roll. So if they see me not shuffle a ponder, they might be wary. No play. Miraculous. Alright, so if I can get an artifact and an instant in the yard, we just really need Baraglyph to survive Fury, and we should be good to go. Saga, sure. Servant. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Nothing too exciting here. Put these two back. And surveil. Bowmasters. Put it in the graveyard. Shoot. I don't really want a meltdown right now. I want to point a removal spell at that painter. No luck. Shoot. I mean, I can consign Chapter 2 of Saga, or I'd rather consign Chapter 3 because I have Meltdown. Set up a Fanatic. It's getting serious. They wouldn't dare attack. Alright, cast the Fanatic. Target Bowmasters. And hope they don't have two red blasts, I guess. Well, they don't have two red sources, so it doesn't matter. Gotta make sure I don't make a stupid mistake like fetch a land that doesn't make blue. Stuff like that. Stuff like that. They can still go land, cast Grindstone, and grind. I hope that doesn't happen. Pyroglyph. Well, that's pretty bad too. You may have Pyroglyph, but I have Baroglyph. There goes my Metamorphosis Fanatic. Okay. Do I just block that? Probably. I don't want to lose. Baroglyph should be able to beat Pyroglyph in combat 80% of the time. Yeah, I think keeping my life total high is important here. So let's do that. Shielder's Edict. If only I had one more mana, huh? Oh well. Mill for 2. And Ponder. Take Force of Will. Not sure how many Vexing Baubles they're playing. But next turn, if I can Edict and cast Baraglyph, I'll be feeling pretty darn good. I'll take 6. Kind of rough. Passing. All right. Non-token creature. Wonderful. Baraglyph. Hell yeah. The biggest thing around. And I'm drawing what? Brainstorm next turn? I think so. Gain 1 life. Curious what's in their hand. Hopefully Saga's too slow. The One Ring. Should try and counter that. Right? What if I don't? We'll even have the time to make use of all the cards. I mean, I feel like Red Blast will always get me no matter what from this point on. But can I waterlog Teachings for something that might be better? Like Lightning Bolt? Or Consign to Memory? I'm not sure. Resolves. Fury. Pitching Red Blast. Do they have another one? I don't think it matters if they take out Bowmasters. I really don't. I don't think this is my fight. I still have the lethal threat on board. Lantern is going after what? Meltdown? Fnatic? Meltdown. Draw a card. Alright. Oh, it's Ponder, that's right. Yeah, I think I'll just hold up Force Blue card. Waterlog Teachings for Bolt. See what that can do for me. Because they kind of have to deal with Baragoyf. Kind of have to deal with that dude. It's a big, angry creature. I feel like the other bad thing about Grixis Control is that my rounds are just probably destined to go longer than everyone else's. Alright. I'm gonna lose my mind if their last cards are like Grindstone, Red Blast. Oh, there's Grindstone. Well, alright. Are you gonna tap that Ancient Tomb? Or are you gonna block with your Painter? Alright, let's try and not misclick here. Okay, so far no Spirit Guide Red Blast. GG's. You want to make sure I don't misclick? No. Oh, I had a feeling. If we go up against Matt again next, which might happen because took down game 1 against Kentaro. Whoever we're up against next, it's going to be horrifying. I don't know Ornate Puzzles, but I'm sure they're also incredible. Well, we at least came in 4th, that means. I think that's what that means. All right, 10 seconds to go. We're in 3rd place. I think the way this works, I play against Eureka right now, but any of these 3 opponents would be really freaking hard to beat. So let's do our best, huh? And I know them both pretty well, except for Kentari. Okay, here we go. We're against Michael. Well, well, well. Winning the die roll. Now, Michael is a big fan of Dark Ritual decks. I think I'm going to keep this Thoughtseize on the play. But they're definitely not going to make any mistakes. I don't know if they're playing Doomsday right now. I hope they're playing Doomsday. Or Black Saga Storm. A lot of things could be going on right now. So let's have a look, huh? Doomsday it is. I think we have a pretty good matchup against Doomsday. I really do. And they're kind of far away from casting it right now. So I could just take their turn 1 play. I kind of like the idea of that. Or I could take Ponder or Brainstorm. Either of those choices are fine. I'm not going to take any of their turn 1 plays away, basically. But if they rip Dark Ritual off the top, we could be in some real trouble. Maybe I'm not worried about their creatures. If I'm not worried about their creatures, then I'd take Doomsday, right? But Doomsday, if they Dark Ritual Doomsday with just 1 land, and like no Ponder or Force or anything like that, we might even be able to Bowmaster as a win. So yeah, I feel like Tamiyo is probably the best take here. Or maybe it's Ponder. I think it might actually be Ponder. But that might be kind of crazy. I might be crazy for that one, but you know, I've played Doomsday myself. I kind of know how these things go. Alright, did you draw Dark Ritual? Or are you going to cast Tamiyo? I hope you didn't draw Daze. Yeah, as long as you didn't draw Daze. I'm going to throw in this Strix and then see what you got to say about that. Yeah, let's retain our ability to cast, what's it called? Ooh, Nimble Obstructionist? Yeah, really not concerned with Doomsday anymore. In fact, I would almost welcome it. Is it time for a Psychic Frog now? No, they'd rather flip Tamiyo. Without generating a clue token? It's interesting. I feel like when I faced Ethan, the list looked very similar. And they also did not have Thoughtseize. So they just shuffled. Now they're going to plus. Okay. Island. What are the odds of us losing next turn? I think they're kind of low. All the same, I should probably just hold up Bowmasters. So let's Ponder. Snapcaster Mage. Let's shuffle this. Much better. I can actually put some damage on Tamiyo. Up to 6. There's Psychic Frog. Alright. Check for days again. 3 unknowns over there. They do have days. Sure. A bit shit. Lightning Bolt, not bad. I'm going to play another Strix out. Shielder's Edict, also not bad. I think something good will happen to us at the before too long. Up to 8. Lotus Petal. What does that mean? Doomsday time? It is indeed Doomsday time. Okay, so now that Tamiyo Ultimate's not really relevant, I could probably just ignore Tamiyo then. So what does that mean? Should I Bolt Frog and see if they want to dump even more stuff? I wonder. I mean, I guess the Tamiyo Ultimate's not terrible. You draw 3, no 2, because that'll be after your draw step. Yeah, it doesn't seem super relevant in the face of Doomsday, you know? I'll let it resolve. Because, yeah, I don't think they play Thoughtseize. The other thing, though, is that An Oracle trigger from even 2 cards in library is lethal, since they have 2 devotion right now. So I can't just bolt the first Oracle and then nimble the other one. Daze, 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 daze. Okay, no more dazes. That's nice. Force, force, force. Only 3 forces? We're missing a force. Where's the other force? I'm gonna try and edict this frog. Or should it be Tameo? Maybe it should be Tameo. What if they Thoughtseize, then -3 Thoughtseize? Well, then they'll have some other problems too. Yeah, let's go for the frog. Edge of Autumn and 2 unknowns. Could be forced blue card. Only seeing 1 Street Wraith. So yeah, I think they might just be cycling to the end here. And only 1 Oracle. Only 1 Oracle. Someone told me that Lion's Eye Diamond is in the sideboard now. Okay, they let the frog go. Interesting. Thoughtseize. Well, I'll make things easier. Thoughtseize you. Okay. Take your edge. And act like I'm very dejected and sad. So that means forces in their pile. They might try to go off with force backup. I hope they don't have Thoughtseize. Getting edge back. I'm not sure how that's different than -8ing. Oh, because they get mana. Not bad. Maybe if I make them think that they should care about their life total, which I guess they should, because I can actually ninjutsu Kaito in. But it'd be 1 below lethal. Put into 4. Or 5. So they have Tameo, and I assume 2 cyclers, unless this list only has 1 Street Wraith, 1 edge. Yeah, I just really need them to not have Thoughtseize. Why are you tapping black? No! You have Thoughtseize? Shoot. Well, I think I lose now. Crap. Where'd that come from? Well, I could still hit Lightning Bolt if I cycle this. But they probably have Force of Will. Oh my god. Please work. Force of Will. Down to 1. Or down to 2. So yeah, they probably have Oracle Cavern left. Hopefully Street Wraith, I don't know. They could just plus and not care about Strix. Yep. Oh, I need something to go right here. Really need something to go right. Please help. Cling. Could go right. Could not. Getting edge back. Might as well cling it. Not doing anything else with my mana. Shieldred's Edict. Now what? Definitely draw another card. Just need 1 mana. Snapcaster Mage, Bowmasters. I mean, not 1 mana, just 1 damage. 1 point of damage. Help me out. No! Oh my god. Too scary. Please, 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 please. Kolaghan's Command, that should do it. but just in case. All right. Close one. Nimble Obstructionist was not safe. The one of Thoughtseize, I guess, is kind of integral for any self-respecting Doomsday pile. Oh, God. I feel like my heart's going to keep me alive. We should take a look at this. It's not going to help much, is it? Well, it might. I'll put on my glasses that don't exist. Okay. We want Opposition Agent, Baraglyph, Fatal Push, because Doomsday is a creature deck now. Red Blast. I think I do like the idea of one Surgical. Thoughtseize, because if they're on the creature plan or the Doomsday plan, Thoughtseize is the great equalizer. Consigned Memory is also good. Very effective against the Thassa's Oracle plan, and then also if you can just like stop a Frog trigger or a Baraglyph trigger or whatever, it's not horrible. And then I think I cite out like Fnatic and stuff like that. Just got to control the board in the stack. Kolgon's Command, despite being awesome there, is not usually what this is about. And also our interaction gets pretty cheap. So I usually cite out a land. And I guess it could be one of my basics because they don't play Wasteland. I think Basic Mountain's actually probably the worst of them. Yeah. Big stuff out. Probably even important Oculus. Unfortunately, has not been a great tournament for the old eye. And yeah, Cling to Dust is not the most impactful, but it sure was good there. That's for sure. Shoot, I need more cuts. Nah, I don't need Baraglyph. And Edict is so strange. Because yeah, I do need a way to beat those big creatures. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Just cut the other Cling. It's not very, or no, cut Surgical. There we go. They're taking a mulligan. We have a really great hand, provided we come up with some lands, which shouldn't be that hard. Cavernous Souls for Wizard. Tameo. I will be bolting that. And then this land is still useful because Thassa's Oracle is a wizard. Oh, nice. One land away from Narset feels good. It is nice they can't daze off Cavern. Or cast Psychic Frog. Brainstorm's good. Pedal. Okay. I was wondering if they were going to send a Doomsday off a Dark Ritual, back it up with Force. That did not happen. Consign to Memory, hell yeah. I should ponder though. If I can get Narset down, things will be pretty good. And I'll want a Thoughtseize at my next convenience. Psychic Frog. Do I just Pyroblast that right now? I should make sure it works. I don't want to get dazed. I just don't. Soul Thoughtseize and then Pyroblast. They might just discard everything to Frog in response. If their hand is bad. It's not that bad. Okay, Narset will be put on hold. If they rip Doomsday, we can still force it. Excuse me. Brainstorm is fine. We can also cast Bowmasters around days, which is cool. That land might be cramping their style a little bit. Okay. I'm guessing they're going to shuffle away days now. Yep. Counter that. Got him empty. Throw down the Narset. Miss. Okay. I mean, their cantrips aren't good draws now, at least. But I was really hoping to slam the door when that Narset resolved. Force of Will, not bad. I'll take Brainstorm. Even though Kling is good at grinding, just really want to make sure that nothing crazy happens. Apply some pressure here. Until they can get rid of Narset, though, every Doomsday win is going to be pretty slow. Thassa's Oracle. Well, hope they don't have Demonic Consultation as well. Been playing some Legacy or Vintage Doomsday, and that is pretty potent line in that deck. But I would have had the Force for something like that. They don't put a card on top, so it looks like they're hunting for something. I do need to fight through this, though, so I'll attack with both, I think. Will I actually? No, I'll just attack with Bowmasters. It'll tip off that I have Kolaghan's Command, but gotta push damage. Sure. Alright, we're in there. Another land. Don't really want to deal with Shieldred. I'll force Shieldred for sure. Doomsday. They're firing it again. I'll counter it again. Even though it seems like I might be able to just beat them if they go to 6. Because Doomsday win will be really slow, right? I'll flash in Bowmasters. Makes no difference if I do it before or after, right? Because they go to 6. And then Bowmaster would ping them to 5. Whereas right now, ping them to 11. Doomsday will put them to 5, yeah. So let's see if they have days. No. Yeah, can they get their deck empty enough? I have Force of Will. This could be a huge mistake, but I feel like I'm just supposed to let this happen, right? Or what if they get Barrogoyf? They could buy a lot of time if I don't find an answer. I hope this is not wrong. I really hope this is not wrong. Come on, good draw. Uh-oh. Well, now I'm starting to get scared. I mean, they need to find the good cards first. If they don't shuffle, I will be scared. They don't shuffle. Shit. Alright. Please give me a good draw. It's a good check. Thoughtseize. Yeah, I can't imagine their card is currently very relevant. Take your ritual. Please don't play Shieldred. Tamiyo. Alright. Could be worse. Still pushing damage. Oh yeah. Just gotta look out for Barrogoyf now. They're in bolt range. GG's. Well, we're off to the finals. We'll see if we get to play against my friend INF or someone I know less. But they're probably playing the same deck. And if it's blue-black's tempo, I feel like we got a shot at winning this whole thing. Welcome to the finals. I've never been here before, so I'm not sure what the etiquette is. Are you supposed to split or no, or... I'm not actually sure. I've never been here before. I'm not gonna wait forever though, like... I'm not gonna lose too much of my clock over this. Whatever. It might just be declining to talk. That looks good. I'll keep. All right. Couple Bowmasters. Force blue card. But Abhorrent Oculus. Very powerful threat. I'm guessing they're playing some kind of tempo deck, because I haven't ran into it all night, and it seems like it's probably about time to run into it, right? Yeah, I'll keep that. Play out that island. Oh, I need to stretch out for 1 second. Ooh, basic island, what? Troll, okay, yeah, that's what I figured this matchup was. All right. So they might try to reanimate Troll. If they have force backup, it's a little annoying, but they do. Not the end of the world. I think Oculus is pretty good at racing Troll, but I do need a few more cards in my graveyard. Okay, I don't think they have days. They force pitch force. Got it. Alright. Force a will. Could take down this Troll, but it would kind of take everything I have. Should I just race instead? Back it up with Force a Will? I can at least take 5. Don't want to block yet. Psychic Frog, huh? See what they think about another Bowmasters. Okay. I don't think this Oculus is going to do anything for a minute. I'm going to force the Frog. This matchup gets a lot better post-side. I will say that. And this is the reason why I only have 2 Red Blasts. Alright. Shieldred's Edict, Brazen Borrower, lots of good draws. Ponder, not bad. I think I will take Brainstorm. Then, don't want to get wasted off any colors, so let's do that. More Bowmasters and a Lightning Bolt. It's not bad. It's gonna be pretty tight. But if I don't crack another fetch... and they go for like a risky reanimate or something like that. Yeah, like if they reanimate Archon, that'd put them in bolt range. I don't know if they'll do that though. It seems unnecessarily risky. So let's see here. 4, put into 7. Yeah, I think either way they're getting overrun. So let's just hang out here. Hopefully their hand is full of cantrips. That would be nice. Or lands. Your hand could also be full of lands. Deck doesn't play a lot of reach, that's for sure. Lethal on board. What's the play? Petty theft. No! Damn it. They're gonna survive at 1. Maybe they'll crack their fetch, but probably not. Dang it. Alright. Holding back wouldn't have worked there, because they still had Fatal Push Brazen Borrower. So we'll drop around 1 here. But like I said, this matchup gets pretty good post side. Fatal Push, Surgical Extraction. They have Archons, so... No, Murktide Regent 2. Opposition Agent. Don't like Force of Will. They have Fatal Push. So I think I'm going to actually go no Oculus. Trim a land. Can't really rely on Kolaghan's command either, unfortunately. Dang. If they had cracked 1 more fetch land, or if I'd found 1 more damage somewhere, if they had to pitch cast Force or something. Ugh. So close. So close. Didn't see Tameo. It doesn't mean they don't have it. So I'm going to go down to 2 bolts for now. 1 more cut. How about Snapcaster Mage? It's a little expensive. Okay. We'll try this again. Take the play. Couple Clings and a Pyroblast. Yep. Looks good to me. Stable mana. Opponent keeping 7. Don't think they've lost a single match today, so they're definitely running hot. I was really rooting for Matt to take them out in the quarterfinals, mostly for selfish reasons, because I think that Is It tempo control deck was a good matchup for me. But this should also be a good matchup. It's just a broken deck, so of course it's going to be hard no matter what. They don't shuffle. It's going to be hard no matter what. Yep. Keep on stocking up the answers, and then eventually we'll just have a lot of lands. Cling to Dust, good grinding power. We just need them to lose 1 game here. That's all we need. Now you should deal with this on the stack, because it's a very powerful discard outlet. If they have like an Atraxa or something like that stuck in hand, we want it there. That's where we want it to stay. Waterlog Teachings. Well, I got the lands to cast that if they don't wasteland me. So it could be pretty good. Fanatic. That is strong. I don't really want to have to cling Rog, but it's going to happen. They're left with this 4/4. Very, very tough to beat. I can Edict it, but, you know, where's that going to get me? Maybe if they force this? They don't. Or I could throw a Strix in the way of this. That'd also be pretty good. But yeah, 4/4 lifelink. Pretty rough, huh? No, speaking of which. Hopefully they have like a bunch of dazes that we're going to invalidate. Brainstorm. The fact they did that with no fear makes me feel like they probably have a daze. So we'll think about that. Bowmasters, sure. Very good card. Unlicensed hearse. Pretty annoying. I mean, Cling to Dust will still do its job, kind of, because I can, you know, trade with Reanimate or whatever I have to trade with. But I don't have any Kolaghan's commands, right? No. So yeah, this could get a little slower. No attack. That's kind of good news. Ponder. Sure. Show me something good. That's pretty good. Well, not really, because of frickin' unlicensed hearse. But maybe they'll tap it before they know what's what. Alright, they're going to surveil. They don't find anything they want. Cool. Wasteland. Hopefully they crew the hearse and then try and get some damage in. Nope, they're remaining vigilant. Makes sense. Psychic Frog. Yeah. I guess so. Still have Strix. Doing a good job of stuff. Is there any way I can put this thing in the graveyard? I don't think so. So is there any point to getting the Fanatic? I mean, it's a 4/4 body with a lifelink. It's not bad. Unfortunate. But what can you do? I wonder if they thought this was the mirror. Probably not, because I think I showed them some red cards in game 1, right? Or at least a red land. Alright, go into the air. And they're going to fly. Well, I'm going to block. Now what? Reanimate. Hope this works. Sure. If I can just answer this frog, I'll feel like in okay shape. Thoughtseize. Too risky. Just gonna hang out. No, come on. What the heck? Well, sometimes it's just your day. Sometimes it's just your day, huh? Sure. A little disappointing that they'll get to draw. Because I feel like that's the point that they might start grinding this out now. That was a really good draw. So good. Yep. Frickin' rough. Play a Strix. Hold up Bowmasters or Thoughtseize. I still think they have a darn days. So yeah, let's just get in there and confirm or deny such things. Yep, they do have days. Alright. I need them to not draw so well for just a little bit so I can catch up. That's what we're hoping for here. Uh-oh. Please don't find anything. They found something. Yeah. All right. I think our run is about to end, folks. Too bad. This is a good matchup, but when they miracled that Fnatic was not feeling like we could come back from this anymore. Guess it's not really over yet, but it kind of feels like it is. Especially without Kolaghan's command. Was not expecting Unlicensed Terse. Wasn't expecting most things, honestly. And now they're cashing in some cantrips while my Bowmaster's gone. It is a little rough. They shuffle that time at least. I don't know if that's really going to help us in the long run. There go all our Strix. Might as well cast it. Might have been way worse than theirs because I had to trade my I had to trade some of them for, like, you know, bad stuff like Cling to Dust, and you know what I'm trying to say. I'm just a little disappointed right now. I shouldn't give up, but it's really not feeling good. Like, really, really not. They have two unknowns over there. Daze, Underground Sea, what else? Can't even cast this Bowmasters. Okay. It's like they're ready to move. Oh, they kept Ponder around. That's interesting. I was hoping they'd discard Daze so I could at least get some Bowmasters value. But yeah, they're going to outdraw me. They've been outdrawing me. Things are bad, folks. I'm just glad they haven't been attacking with the Hearse, too. Because that'd be entirely... then things would really be over. I don't really know how to stop this thing. The board is gummed up because of Fnatic. Things are just not good right now. They have a Baragoyf too. Yikes. Yep, things are bad. What can I say? They still have that Daze too. Land, terrible draw. I've already used my Surveil. Need no reason to even play it out. Who knows how many Fanatics they're playing? They might play the full 4, but they also might only play 3, since it could be pretty rough to have a bunch stuck in your hand. A 6-drop in a deck that is playing, like, you know, pretty low to the ground. Gotta hope they just, like, draw all their Dazes now. Daze, lands, just, you know, stuff that doesn't matter. Trolls, I guess. Didn't they discard one of those too? Yeah, it should be their last Underground Sea. Does that mean they can't hardcast Archon and stuff like that? If they reanimate, it doesn't make Baragoyf any bigger. But they could discard Daze. And then Baragoyf would just beat Fnatic. And then I guess I could... Okay, now it's a 1-2. They're all about drawing cards. I'll wait for the trigger to go in the stack, I guess. I doubt they'll want to keep this Daze. Yep. Everything happened like I thought it would. 2 cards over there. Alright. Can I draw something really, really, really good? No. Shit. That sucks. Things are dire enough that I do want to thin my deck. It's just like, we made it all the way to the finals. We're so close. I really want Grixis Control to take down... Ooh, you have Bowmasters. Okay, yeah. I think we're pretty much screwed. I really want Grixis Control to get on the map someday. But maybe today is not the day. I think we're pretty soundly getting defeated here. It was certainly that miracle. That's really when I felt things shift. But also Unlicensed Terse has just made my value engines pretty much impossible to leverage. So yeah, you know, what can you do? Maybe they'll time out. If I can just take it to game 3 somehow. Doubt it. Well, they're not attacking anymore. That is crazy to me. I'll go to 8. How many lands are we looking at now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Little help here? Ponder. Not great in the face of Bowmasters. Huh. But do I just have to do it? Doesn't matter that much. They won't take out any of my creatures. Yeah, I think I just have to. More Bowmasters. But then 2 of the lands that I'm trying to avoid. And this will fail to find. Man. Yeah. We're not running very well in this match. We ran great, except for round 3 against, Red Painter. And now we're just not running too well. I think I should shuffle. Bowmasters is tempting, though. But yeah, it just seems so bad to have to draw 2 lands. Or a land that I just pay 1 life to shuffle when they're kind of threatening a lot of air damage anyways. Lorraine revealed. Well, that would be good. However, Bowmasters. Play that out. Yep. Especially when game 1 was so close. I got them down to 1 life. But I'm glad I didn't go for that triple block any sooner, because I had Fatal Push and Brazen Borrower by the final turn. I think I took the right line, especially with how many Bowmasters I drew. Just wish it added up to 20 and not 19. I can't remember how many times they fetched, but it might have been like maybe a few of their lands they didn't need to pay a life for. Because yeah, it seems like I really brought the aggro there. I was hitting with 3 Bowmasters by the end. Bolt Face. All that good stuff. So if I draw Kaito, what does that look like? 16-16. Youch. Okay, they're swinging out now. Definitely chump the hearse. Probably trade Fanatics, and then I can't beat Frog in combat. So do I also trade Baraglyphs? Just gain 8 life, and then try and leverage that into a win? Doesn't seem very likely, because Lauren revealed, even if I drop Bowmasters, well, I could Bowmasters, take out their Bowmasters, chump the hearse, and then try and make something happen next turn. Or I could just ignore both of these. No, it doesn't seem good. All right, we'll do that. Do like that. But it feels like now is the beginning of the end. Now is the beginning of the end. I can't even top deck a Metamorphosis Fanatic to start the chain. Or they might not have done this unless they had like a backup, And they can start the chain now. Yeah, this is a complete nightmare. Now they get Baraglyph. And it has double lifelink. I don't think it works like that, but oh man. Yeah, just a land. I guess I need to make the play available to me though. Look at this board state. Just complete domination. Gotta say GG's and congratulations. Well played, my friend. All right. What a crazy challenge. Maybe next time we'll take it down. But there were a lot of great matches in there. I'm completely exhausted. What a wild time. Oops, what just happened? Okay. Well, that was it. So the list felt pretty good. I don't want to harp on too much about the final round because it just feels kind of stupid to keep talking about how you didn't run very well and all that. You can decide that for yourself. You just saw the footage. And second place, it's hard to be upset about that. I think we had a really great time. I think Grixis Control is great right now. I think the new cards are great, except for maybe a Abhorrent Oculus. I still need to test that out. Maybe this wasn't the right time to bring that. Maybe if I had brought my third Strix like I was kind of planning on and not Oculus, maybe things could have been different. I didn't cast it the whole time, I don't think. Maybe I did. Can't remember. But yeah, super close stuff. I apologize if in the final round, if it was actually rude to suggest a split. I've just seen on Twitter sometimes people split in the finals, and it seems like sometimes people want to do that. But if you were my opponent in the last round, why would you? You're playing a busted deck. You've won 7 rounds in a row. Like, why stop now, you know? And yeah, they played really well. We could barely knock it over the line in the first game, got them to 1, and then game 2, the combination of Unlicensed Hearse and that Miracle Metamorphosis Fanatic just really kind of put us too far behind for things. But I don't think I'm unhappy with the way I played. I think I played really well this evening, and I guess that's it. Thanks for checking out the video, and see y'all next time.